Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you today with an article from PJ Media dated July 9th, and it says, Legal immigrants say no amnesty for illegals. And this is one of those things where, like, the folks on the far left don't want to admit that legal immigrants really don't like illegal immigrants. So they're just going to kind of gloss it over. So remember, they think it's all immigrants are being gotten rid of. It's like, no, legal immigrants are still allowed. No one said anything bad about them. That's totally fine. Let's get into it. It says, Donald Trump ponders a compromise on amnesty to allow some agricultural workers to stay and steal Americans' jobs, even while saying he wants no amnesty. Legal immigrants are urging the government to stay strong and say no amnesty at all for foreign lawbreakers who don't respect our laws and therefore don't respect our country. So Charlie Kirk announced that there is a massive pressure campaign on Trump to compromise on amnesty, which would betray one of his core campaign promises and undermine one of the main reasons he was elected. Many Americans are concerned that the president could agree to a deportation exception, as he has indicated interest in doing before. Among those concerned, Americans are legal immigrants. Who does say that again? Legal. And sorry, I'm having the hiccups all of a sudden. We're trying to say that word. So stop it, body. Let me say this word right. Legal immigrants. There we go. Who spent years going through the process to come to America, only to find that criminals and ne'er-do-wells from other countries walk right across the border and sometimes receive more benefits than citizens ever will. And that's a problem. That's a massive problem. There's Lily Ting Williams, who, by the way, you should follow if you don't already, because she's awesome. There's a Republican New Hampshire congressional candidate who was born in China, posted on July 8th, my brother waited 13 years to come here with my sponsorship after background check, health screening, in-person interviews, and paying the fees. He has worked nonstop to support his family. If we need workers, let legal immigrants come in quicker and work. No amnesty, no free handouts. Bingo! In an apparently contradictory statement, Trump said recently, we got to give the farmers the people they need, but we're not talking amnesty. Of course, what Trump doesn't seem to be aware of, and what corrupt business and farm owners don't want him to know, is that many businesses, farms, hotels, and construction companies deliberately hire illegal aliens rather than Americans willing to take the jobs because it is cheaper and illegals will put up with worse working conditions. Yeah, they found out recently, too, that, like, I think there was a thing, I saw it on Breitbart that said, like, it was something like 100% of the jobs that were illegals before that aren't doing those jobs anymore were given to Americans. So, like, every one of them, okay, which is to be expected. Americans want those jobs, okay, so good. That's the way it should be. It says this comes at a time when blue-collar American male unemployment has previously been increasing, and many legal immigrants, people who put in years of effort to come to the United States and be part of the American dream, are as opposed to amnesty as lifelong American citizens are. And this is Lily Tang Williams' embedded tweet right here. She writes that Mexican immigrants saved the U.S. flag from an anti-America protester. Most legal immigrants I know love this country more than many people who were born here. That is 100% correct. It says, I'm Mexican, my family are immigrants, you're not burning that flag. Well, thank you guys for doing that. It says, attorney and commentator Mehek Cook had an Independence Day message about immigration. Said, I was born in India, but made in America. This Independence Day, remember, freedom isn't free and neither is citizenship. Both are earned. To every legal immigrant who followed the law, you're not a footnote, you're the backbone. ACT for America founder and legal immigrant from Lebanon, Bridget Gabriel, was emphatic. So no to mass amnesty and yes to mass deportations. When a Nebraska meatpacking plant was raided by ICE last month, the waiting room was immediately swarming with Americans eager to take the jobs opened up by the arrest of illegal aliens. Excuse me. Says there are more American construction and food workers than immigrant construction and food workers in America. These are all important facts that the media leaves out of their coverage. Yes, because they're deliberately going to obfuscate what's happening. It says, just as Americans are very disappointed by the Epstein nonsense, which undermines another campaign promise and makes no sense in light of previously released evidence in Ghislaine Maxwell's 20-year sentence for conspiring with Epstein to traffic and exploit minors, Americans, whether born here or naturalized, are even more opposed to amnesty on any scale. And I don't know why we needed to include anything about Epstein in here, but okay. Says even CNN had to admit last month that the polling data they had showed a massive 40-point swing among legal immigrants who now support Trump's deportation plan. Whenever Democrats scream about us being a nation of immigrants, they always seem to forget the millions of legal immigrants. But of course, they don't really want immigrants who love this country and respect its laws. That's hitting the nail about as on the head as you possibly can right there. And then finishing it off, because we've just got one sentence left, says Trump, however, should listen to the legal immigrants and not make any compromises on amnesty. That is correct. And like I said at the very beginning, this is the thing that Democrats want to ignore, is that you find out that legal immigrants are very much against illegal immigrants, because it's like illegal immigrants are people basically cutting in line at the supermarket. Like, you don't like it when people cut in line, right? Well, that's happening to these people on a much more, prominent scale. So there you go. So let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.